So here in the second point, see, people who live in rural areas, okay, in villages and all, they have a lot of strong connections as compared to people living in urban areas, in towns and cities, right? And these people, these villagers, or these people living in rural areas, they have strong emotional attachment with nature. There are still some people, even to this day, who believes in the supernatural powers of the nature, okay, like the trees, stones, or some certain places. So the Red Indians share the same belief, and they considered these places to be sacred and holy because it had been inhabited by their forefathers from generations. So the reason why these Red Indians they considered the earth to be holy and sacred was because this place was once inhabited. Okay, this place was once inhabited by their forefathers, great grandfathers, forefathers from generations. Okay, so the Red Indians did not want to sell this land, but they know that if the white, that is the advanced people, the white Americans, okay, if the white Americans ask something from them, it has to be given, because whether the Red Indians give or not, they will surely come and take it. And the chief mentions that the Red Indians are like mist in front of the morning sun. Now here, the meaning of mist. Now let us understand the meaning of this mist. Okay, this part. So here, what is a mist class? Mist. The water vapors that gets accumulated. Okay, especially since we are from hilly regions, especially in hilly areas, okay, you will find that the lower part of the land will be covered with mist in the morning, and when the sun rises up, they get evaporated. This is a process. I think you have studied this in your science subject again. So here, so when the sun comes, so when the sun rises, they get evaporated and they turn into air. I think you are getting my point. So the chief says that even if the mist is collected in great numbers, but as soon as the sun rises up, they are no more to be seen. So here the chief, he is trying to compare their tribe to the mist in front of the morning sun, and says that we are powerless when you come to power. That means he says that they are like the tribe of the Red Indians tribe. They are like mist in the morning. Okay, mist of the morning. So whenever the sun comes up, they vanishes. They just vanishes. So he means to say that when the sun comes, that means he is trying to refer the sun to the white Americans. So when you come to power, and even if we resist it, it will be an impossible thing. Yes or no? So this is the reason why he stated their powerless, like their powerlessness. Okay, their inability to fight back, their powerlessness in front of the white people. So he said, if we agree to sell our land to you, then you have to teach your children to know that this part of the earth is a sacred land, and you have to keep it pure without destroying. Now here, the chief wants the white people, the white Americans, to know that they cannot go on destroying as they want. The earth has to be preserved so that even the whites and the Native Americans, the earth has to be preserved so that both, okay, both the people, that is the whites and the Native Americans, and not only this white people and the Red Indians, but for the common good of humanity, for all humanity on earth. Okay, the chief was talking for all humanity. Okay, not only for the Native Americans and not only for the white Americans, but for the whole humanity, to preserve the earth so that we can enjoy the freshness of air from nature. so that all humanity gets benefited from the nature, okay, like the air, the fresh air that it gives. Now here, so here, if the chief were to write in such a way that it belongs to us, no, the land belongs to us, so we cannot give it to you, you have no right to spoil it. So if in case, okay, the chief says in such a speaks in such a way, writes in such a way, then what would happen? It would turn into a very ugly situation. Yes, for the white people, the white people will not be happy, and in this way they will fight and there will be war, they will be killing. So the chief said that you can also enjoy the nature. Very diplomatically he tried to bring this point. Okay, this shows that the chief had a big heart, and he wanted the whole world to know that preservation of environment is very important. We see that the trees are being cut down, right? This in these days, trees are cut down in great numbers. Deforestation is taking place everywhere, and because of this deforestation, it is leading to global warming. And now, as a result of industrialization and use of advanced modern technology, use of all these modern technologies is greatly affecting our earth. So the chief did not want this thing to happen to the place where they lived, because the cities, because according to the chief, okay, that is Chief Seattle. According to Chief Seattle, the cities where the white people, where the advanced people live, is all this, sorry, the place where this white people, this advanced people live, is all destroyed. Okay, all this, their cities are destroyed because of destruction of forest. He did not mean that nothing should be done to the forest. Now here, the chief did not he did not mean that we should not cut the forest, we should not do this and that to the forest, but he wants the people to know that unless these things are preserved, then there will be a time when there will come a time when everyone will suffer together. So he mentioned all these things to the white people, that they have to protect the environment. It is our brothers and sisters we consider to be sacred and consecrated from the rest of the world, and that is the reason why he wanted these things to be known to the white Americans.